So is he annoying you more than?
Nah, he don't know you. He don't know you. Nah.
Where's he talking on Twitter?
All over.
All over.
Yeah.
In the world, a lot of the world know me, you know, and that ain't come from me fighting names. That came from me kicking ass and taking names and taking belts. So literally, only thing I had to do is keep doing what I'm doing. His coach know I want to fight him. The boxing world know I want to fight him. So next time one of y'all, somebody interviewing him, ask him that question. Do you have the balls to fight Keyshawn? Do you want to fight Keyshawn? Why don't you want to fight Keyshawn? Why do you want to fight Keyshawn? Ask him those questions. Don't ask me, because I will fight anybody.
Tensions exploded when Devin Haney tore into Keyshawn Davis during a fiery live interview, brushing off the rising contenders buzz and insisting he hasn't beaten anyone of real significance. Davis, however, fired back with confidence.
Delusional. I don't know what he's talking about.
When you saw him go on social media calling you out, what did you think?
Nah, I mean, we seen him go on social media and call out a bunch of people, so I didn't think it was real. I'm like, we seen him do it so many times, and then the fight not happen. So I didn't take it seriously.
Keyshawn Davis accused Devin Haney of sidestepping a potential clash, arguing that Haney regularly calls out established stars while conveniently leaving his name out of the discussion. According to Davis,
Say you scared of me because fighters aren't really scared of fighters, but you're ducking me? Like, what is it about?
You don't think fighters are scared of fighters?
And I DM Bill. Yes,
There's some fighters scared of fighters.
I would be very surprised if he say he's willing to do that.
I think we can get Bill.
Yeah, you let us handle that.
Yeah. So
I would be very surprised if y'all do that. Say it again.
I said we're gonna try and lock this date in. Murder gonna talk to you after this, but I'm gonna call Bill tomorrow, and we're gonna see whether I don't know if he's still on the West Coast or not, but. Hopefully it can be face to face, but if not, we'll definitely get him on Zoom. But I think he'll show up. And this way it don't have to be no back and forth. He said, she said, we'll both have y'all on the show, and then we can know, he can tell us what was in the deal.
Davis escalated the rivalry further by posting a lighthearted but pointed video mocking Devin, joking about Haney not wanting
the whole situation that's currently going on between Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. And when really looking at and assessing the situation, I'm just trying to figure out at the end of the day if Keyshawn Davis really wants the biggest fights in the sport of boxing, or does he just want the biggest headlines? You know, after stopping Jermaine Ortiz Saturday night, Keyshawn Davis immediately calls out Devin Haney in the ring, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that's a real fight for the sport, a true chess match with Keyshawn Davis's elite timing, sharp and accurate punching, understanding the range, and solid defense being tested against Devin the Dream Haney, elite jab, quick feet, fast hands, championship pedigree, and, you know, his high-level ring IQ. But then, hours later, he's on Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco's platform Nightcap, and now, within a few hours, he's saying that this fight has to make sense, shifting the conversation over to Lewis Crocker and talks with Eddie Hearn. And in my eyes, this is where the questions start. This isn't something that's even new either. You know, when we look at Keyshawn Davis's past, he said he was going to fight Edwin De Los Santos and Abdullah Mason just to miss weight, not stay in the division at 135, and end up fighting neither, while Abdullah Mason goes on to beat Sam Notes to take the title that was stripped from Keyshawn Davis. At some point, that stops feeling random and starts to feel like a pattern. Big call-outs, big buzz, then a pivot. And whether intentional or not, it makes me question how much Keyshawn truly wants these big fights. Because in boxing, at least from the fans' point of view, trust is built on consistency and, just as importantly, follow through. So, is Keyshawn Davis really...
Don't nobody want to fight me! Debo! Lewis Crocker! Now Lamont Rhodes! Damn!
After Davis issued his bold challenge, Bill Haney stepped in with a sharp response, questioning whether Davis is truly prepared for that level and accusing him of chasing clout instead of...
The same thing that we talked about we were going to do in the DMs before you picked Jermaine.
2026, you're doing it.
You promise?
Remember, you promised. You're the promoter.
Well, I got your... Listen, in the DMs, I got your word on it. All right, just stand on it. Good luck, handle that business, okay?
Meanwhile, Devin maintains that he is the one being avoided because of how dangerous he is. Many rising fighters echo that sentiment, claiming champions pursue safer, higher-paying bouts. Haney, though, insists he is simply
real. Devin Haney.
I feel like me and Devin Haney will be it'll be an easy fight for me, bro. Like super easy, bro. Like, and I know I would stop Devin Haney. I've been saying this, bro, before the Ryan fight, bro. He just don't got nothing for me. He got nothing for me. Like, you don't got no power. You got nothing for me to worry about. Like, what are you gonna do to stop me?
Got you.
And what I got coming with, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he don't got nothing to even stop me. His defense is not that good. I feel like I got better defense than him. I know he fought better opponents than me, so you know what I'm saying? So I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just feel like I got better defense than him.
His resume tough.
Nah, it is.
His resume tough.
But you gotta realize he fought a lot of guys that was smaller than him too, bro. A lot of these guys were smaller than him, and he was saying it in the weigh-ins, you're too small. You know what I mean? So he knew what he was doing, bro. You know what I mean? So everybody got that.
Davis has stated in multiple interviews that he doesn't plan to remain at super lightweight for long and sees the welterweight division, where Haney currently holds the WBO title, as his next major target. He views the move up as both inevitable.
I'm gonna go to 147 and I'm gonna become a 147 champion. And then I'm gonna defend it against somebody at 147.
Devin Haney? Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney?
Yeah.
Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we asked you, who's a fight that's gonna put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt.
Now he is, yeah.
And you say you want 147? I mean, what we doing? What we talking about?
Names.
We talking about January 31st. I'm gonna look great, God willing, and in the future, we going big.
Gervonta Tank Davis's coach, Kenny Ellis, shared his perspective on the possible matchup, praising Keyshawn's talent but suggesting the timing may be premature. He emphasized that the gap isn't about ability but experience, noting that Haney's championship rounds and professional seasoning carry serious weight at the elite level.
Yeah, I think he should get a couple more rounds in before he go at Devin Haney. But if he feel like he can take him, let him get at him. Let him get at him.
Are you looking at it more like that 12-round experience type deal?
Yeah.
Getting rounds in.
Get some rounds in.
When you listen to and then there's back and forth going with them too. Devin saying that he would like to fight the little brother before the big brother. What's your thoughts on that? I think there was a tweet saying that Shakur, I don't want to step on Devin Haney's toes. I'm gonna let Keyshawn get Devin Haney. A lot of people had lots to say about it. They're saying that, listen, they're breaking down the rankings with two to three different people, friends type of deal, taking each other's work. Keyshawn wanted a T.O. Now, Shakur got T.O. But now, because I took that work, I want you to go get Devin Haney. He's saying Devin Haney might be a little bit too big for him. What's your thoughts on Keyshawn's call out and all this talk?
Let him give him what he wants. Let him go at Devin.
Davis countered by arguing that Haney's longer resume stems largely from strong promotion and careful matchmaking by his team. In his view, the hype surrounding Haney has at times exceeded what he has definitively proven against the very best competition available.
I believe maybe the entire boxing public was making Devin into something a lot bigger than he is.
Devin was doing that. Devin and his father, they was promoting Devin well in terms of building his fights, who he was gonna fight next to keep his name rolling, making things look like stuff that it isn't, and just saying things that's extraordinary. They was doing a great job promoting Devin, and he was fighting and he was winning. So they was doing everything they could to make him out into the fighter he is today, and hats off to that too. Us as fighters nowadays, we gotta promote our own selves. So they was doing what they was supposed to do.
Repeatedly made it clear that he is willing to face anyone in his path, locking his focus firmly on the sports summit. The rising contender speaks with unwavering belief in his skill set, punching power, and ring intelligence, insisting he belongs among boxing's elite. Rather than taking cautious, incremental steps, he openly pursues the toughest assignments, convinced that high-risk fights are the true measure of greatness. He understands that bold callouts create scrutiny, but he embraces that pressure, treating every potential showdown as a chance to elevate his standing and quiet critics who question his readiness for championship-caliber opposition.
You set your targets publicly on Devin Haney, #1 welterweight by ring, most estimations right now, champion. Why is that? Why Devin Haney? And you have half the amount of professional fights he has. Do you think that's something? There's enough in it for him when he's.
I was 6-0 fighting people with 30+ fights, bro.
I don't mean it from that. What I mean is
stopping him.
Why is he
stopping? No, I'm playing. I'm playing, bro. Nah, why Devin Haney, bro? Honestly, because he's a star. He's a superstar.
You asking that question. I felt like that's what it was. But go ahead.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm ready to fight anybody. So I'm going for the stars. And I know Devin Haney is the same fighter from when he was at 35. He's the same fighter when he was at 40. Now he's at 40. So he ain't nothing changed. But his weight, you know what I'm saying? I will knock Devin Haney out, guaranteed.
Davis also claims that a lack of respect from Haney stretches back to their early amateur days. He believes Haney consistently underestimated him and never considered him a genuine threat. Even as Davis climbed the ranks and secured stronger wins, he feels Haney continued to overlook him publicly when discussing top challengers. To Davis, that omission is not accidental but rooted in a long-held perception that he was never seen as capable of testing Haney at the highest tier of the sport.
Yeah, I never f with Cuz.
Why?
Because Cuz never f with me.
On what tip?
Bro, it was like times where me, I was always around Shakur as an amateur and shit. So Shakur introduced me to Floyd, Devin Haney, all that type of shit. So there's a hell of times I'm around Devin Haney and we 24 fitness playing basketball, regular shit, before it became celebrities type shit, or just who we are today. And it just never showed, it never even looked me in my eyes. It never showed me respect. Like it never. Shakur always like, yo, this nigga Keyshawn, this, that, third. He be like, for real? That's still a kid. And like, he just never gave me my respect.
He sent you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know goddamn well, now I'm here. And everything Shakur been saying, nigga, I lived up to it and then some. What you talking about? And he still, like, his father used to, it's crazy because beginning of my professional career, his father used to be like, oh, the businessman. What's up with you? Like, dap me up.
My man.
So you always was the businessman. And Dad was keep his face forward and like, damn, I can't get no pat. Like, we African American, you can't show me no type of love. You're weird, bitch.
All right, well, how about this?
So you've been a businessman.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Since like an amateur.
I think that would be the most common answer is Shakur outpoints him in a very competitive fight. What then? What then for you and Tao? For the businessman, huh?
All right, cool. Okay, since you worded it like that, I don't, because I won't go say that. I don't know, honestly. I don't know what the future holds. I just know what I want to do, and I want to go to 147 and become a champion. Because I just feel like them guys just can't beat me from 140 to 147. And I just feel like, I'm gonna surprise the boxing world. I'm small. I just moved to 140, and I'm gonna be fighting guys naturally bigger than me, and I'm gonna be stopping them. I'm gonna be knocking them out.
I remember.
And that's gonna be very entertaining.
Yeah, I remember when Floyd Mayweather told me when he was still 130 pounds that he wanted to fight Felix Trinidad. And at the time, that fight never happened. And who knows how it would have gone down. But at the time, I'm like, Floyd, 130 pounds, this dude is a big.
Davis has openly declared that he would move up in weight and wait if that's what it takes to secure the fight, framing the pursuit as a chase for greatness rather than impatience. In a recent interview, he said he would step to 147 pounds if necessary to force the matchup. He described the transition as a natural progression, shaped by lessons from past setbacks, including weight issues and periods of inactivity. Closing the discussion, Davis spoke about his larger ambitions, expressing belief that his talent, personality, and drive can position him as one of boxing's leading figures. Yet even with those aspirations, he emphasized remaining disciplined, grounded, and spiritually focused, underscoring that personal growth matters just as much as championship success.
The World Boxing Organization, better known as the WBO, has informed former WBO lightweight world champion superstar boxer, undefeated Keyshawn the Businessman Davis, who has 14 wins, no loss, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, that if he is planning, as he says publicly, to actually face off against first ballot Hall of Famer, 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney at 147 welterweight, they stated Keyshawn Davis needs to inform them and put in the proper paperwork to make that happen, because he did not. And so they stated if he don't submit the paperwork, he will not be fighting Devin Haney. He will not be allowed to fight Devin Haney. Not the people in their ranking system that's ahead of Keyshawn. So if he truly is wanting to fight Devin Haney, then he needs to put the paperwork in to let them know he's officially going to campaign at 147 so that the sanction body can allow Devin Haney to proceed forward. But if Keyshawn Davis does not, and as of today, they stated that, as you see, they're stating that he has not put in a request to go to 147 to fight Devin Haney for the WBO belt and or to actually leave the division. They stated, as you see here, he is still enrolled at 140. And it looks like to them, he's planning another fight at 140. Now, we know all the antics, the promotion that Keyshawn Davis is putting forth as he is, promoting a showdown with Devin Haney. And no need to go into all of that. You guys know what's...
When Devin Haney sparring, people were going crazy over it. He was just a teen when that happened. How do you feel like his boxing skills have improved since?
I think he was best on his game when he was that age. I think he was like 17. I wasn't that much older than him. I think we probably like 3 years older